Hello, my name is Mack Wenberg, and I'm going to be presenting piracy and fair use for my final presentation in this class. Alright, my target audience for this speech is anyone who's considering to copy, download, or otherwise infringe upon anyone else's work on the internet, which has become a big problem and is still a big problem today. So let's talk about my position on this. Copyright infringement is wrong, ethically, morally, and is the equivalent of stealing out of your grandmother's pocket or somebody you don't even know. My topics for today are what is web piracy, and what is fair use, and why is it that copyright infringement is wrong, and should we risk it? Web piracy is the use of work or works under copyright infringement laws. Copyright laws. The copyright holder's exclusive rights are being infringed upon, like the right to reproduce, distribute, display, or perform without permission or without the copyright holder's basically without the copyright holder's knowledge that you are using their work. But what is fair use? Fair use is basically an exception to the exclusive law granted by the copyright law, to author of the creative work. In the United States, copyright law fair use is a doctrine that permits limited use of copyrighted material without acquiring permission from the rights holder. As you can see from the slide, this symbol, the circle with the F and the U, is the main symbol that's used for fair use. And in the previous slide, as you have seen, that is the FBI anti-piracy warning. Slide 3. So what is fair use? As you can see from this diagram, fair use is made up of 5 different things. Small portion of the original materials used, the commercial value of the original is not diminished, and the new work must be critique, a satire, or it must be educational. It must fall under one of these 3 categories. And the benefit to the user has to be predominantly other than commercial, so you can't be making capital on this work. New work is predominantly, this new work that you're creating must be original, like 75 to 80% original. That's it. Yes, that's the limit to how much original work and how much borrowed work there can be. Now let's talk a little bit about the commercial data. So the data says that 70% of online users find nothing wrong with online piracy, which is bad. And 67% of digital piracy sites are hosted in North America and Western Europe. So it's not just us, it's other countries that are helping us do this. Over $12.5 billion is lost each year due to piracy. All the calculations have been done by the music industry as well as polls showing this to be correct or true. The punishment for copyright varies though, and punishments can go anywhere from $150,000 per instance to jail time, and really anything in between. It gets really ugly really fast. So why do people pirate? Well, the honest truth is that people pirate because of pricing, availability, usefulness, and the shopping experience. As you can see from slide 4, I have made a big list of them. So let's look at the first one. Pricing, as you can see, is unwillingness or inability to pay the price requested by the legitimate sellers. Now let's look at the second one, unavailability. No legitimate sellers providing the product to the country of the end user, not yet launched there, already withdrawn from sales, never to be sold there. Geographic restrictions on online distribution and international shipping is a big problem with unavailability, and people feel the need to download content directly because of this issue. Now the usefulness is the legitimate product comes from the various means of DRM, region lock, DVD region code, Blu-ray, any of these restricting legitimate uses, such as backups, usage on devices of variant vendors, online usage, the economic values of the usefulness of pirating. All of these have been made useful through this process. Now, the shopping experience is a big one because nobody wants to have to sign up for a membership or walk or drive various numbers of miles just to go out and buy a CD. They want to open up their laptop and get it directly. A couple sites that have adhered to this and understand this are iTunes and various other MP3 download sites for various products. Now, why shouldn't you risk it, and why is it wrong? It's illegal if you are up for liability. It's totally against the law, and you are breaking it by pirating these materials, these copyrighted works. If the software is from an unauthorized source, you could be getting a program that is not fully functional. You could get viruses, you can crash your computer, all these horrible things can happen. And they have happened to the users that have kept on downloading illegal content that they know nothing about. It is not ethical. That is the third point. It is the same as you walking up to some guy on the street, opening up his wallet, taking out how much money you need, and running away with it just so you can copy that profit and giving it to others. That is the whole point, the whole moral standpoint of piracy. Even though a small percentage of people that get caught for violating, they're judged on an extreme level. So don't even go there. Any questions?